So it's the type of day where it feels like when you're driving even, wind is almost shaking the car. It's so windy.
Yeah, nice and gusty out there this afternoon. It made it feel even colder. Wind chills across the mountains never even made it out of the single digits.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you were sitting in Rangeley today, you were like, this is it. Winter's here. Take a look at some of the snow totals that we got in this morning. A couple impressive ones here. Orrington, 6 inches. Dedham, 5.7 inches. Perry officially came in at 4 inches. When I talked about it this morning, they were sitting around 3 inches. East Baldwin, Cumberland County, 3.2 inches. Union came in at 3.5 inches. So this was all very conditional. The further north you were, the more likely it was that you were going to see accumulating snow, but you also had to be underneath those bands. And also elevation played a bit of a role here too. So overall, not the most impressive snow event by any means, of course, but there was enough out there to cause some isolated issues for travel. It's still pretty gusty out there. Freiburg gusting to 26 miles an hour right now. Millinocket to 33, Greenville to 32. Wind shifting to be out of the west, and we'll see west-northwest wind tonight. Current wind chills, what it feels like outside, 9 degrees in Caribou, 7 in Greenville, 5 in Rangeley. It feels like it's about 30 below zero on top of Mount Washington right now, or it did earlier today. And at the coastline, feels more like it's about 20 degrees, feels like 14 in Waterville, 19 in Calais. A little bit of lingering cloud cover, but I do expect that to clear out tonight, except maybe across the high peaks and into Coos County, New Hampshire, especially if we can keep some northwest wind. That's going to keep the clouds around in just those areas and maybe some flurries. But overall, I don't anticipate any more issues as far as snow goes. In fact, when we all wake up tomorrow, it should be a pretty bright start to the day. Expecting temperatures tonight to drop mostly into the teens and 20s. Very wintry feeling out there. If you've been procrastinating on switching over the bedding to flannel sheets, this is a reminder to myself to do it when I get home. Good time to take care of it tonight. It's going to be cold out there. This is one of the coldest nights that we've seen so far this cold season, but of course we all know that there's plenty of more cold on the way. By 9 o'clock tomorrow, we'll start to see more clouds build in across western Maine. I still think we get to enjoy a little bit of sunshine even into the afternoon, with the thickest clouds coming sometime around sunset across western Maine tomorrow. Central Maine will likely see the clouds thicken up after sunset, and down east even a little bit later. And this is all out ahead of our next storm system on Monday, which I am still intrigued by. We'll start to get a bit more data on that piece of energy that's going to bring that storm to us tonight. So the forecast should become even clearer by tomorrow morning. But for now, here's how I think it goes. Sunday, we reinforce that cold air. We've got low pressure moving away from us, which is what we dealt with today. And we've got this area of low pressure that we talked about earlier in the newscast that's bringing some snow to the Great Lakes. Eventually, this is going to move off the shore, and on the back side of this system, it could be close enough to bring some snow to the Maine coastline and maybe even a little farther inland. So that could cause some issues on Monday morning for the commute. Again, nothing set in stone just yet. We'll be watching, and then beyond that, the next chance for showers doesn't come until the end of the week. Seas tomorrow, 2 to 3 feet. West wind 10 to 15 knots, gusting to 25 knots. Gale warnings are going to be up beginning tomorrow at 7 a.m. Or they're in effect. I totally know what day it is. 34 degrees tomorrow, a few flakes on Monday. Cold, bright, and blustery Tuesday. Clouds thicken up Wednesday out ahead of Thursday's little storm system. Hannah, I think it's just going to be too warm for snow showers at the coast. Maybe a couple inland, especially in the mountains. And then beyond that, more cold weather on the way.
Okay. Yeah, certainly feeling like winter.
'Tis the season.